If you've ever wondered why certain patterns keep repeating in your life, the chakra system offers a powerful framework for understanding where those patterns began and how they developed. Trauma shapes far more of our lives than most people realize. When we explore trauma through the lens of the chakra system, we begin to see how our life experiences shape the patterns we carry and how those patterns continue to influence our lives. Hello and welcome. My name is Linda Dieffenbach, and I'm a trauma-informed coach and healing arts practitioner. And on this channel, we explore the connection between trauma, the chakra system, healing, and personal transformation. Many people are familiar with the idea of the chakras, but often do not fully realize the depth and complexity of the chakra system and how it relates to our life experiences and the impact of trauma. When we begin to understand how the chakra system relates to different aspects of the human experience and human development, they provide a powerful foundation for recognizing and understanding the patterns that shape our lives. And that's the perspective we'll be exploring here. So first, let's talk about trauma. In this context, when we talk about trauma, we're referring to the lasting impact of events or circumstances that affect our sense of safety and security and overwhelm the nervous system. These experiences, if left unprocessed and unhealed, have a profound impact on all levels of our health and well-being, impacting our physical, mental, emotional, and energetic health. Oftentimes, people consider trauma to be related to events such as experiencing violence, abuse, accidents, or some type of catastrophic experience. And these events most certainly can create trauma. However, trauma can also develop through subtler and more covert experiences in our lives. This can include chronic conditions within our environment, such as living with someone who's struggling with substance abuse or chronic health conditions. It may involve living in environments where there's instability in the home or within the community. It can also include toxic conditioning experienced in the home or through educational and religious organizations, as well as messages reinforced through the media and the culture. Financial instability and other circumstances that repeatedly challenge our sense of safety, security, and well-being also has an impact. Experiences like these are often normalized in ways that prevent us from consciously recognizing the influence they are having on us. When we experience chronic stress or traumatic circumstances, the nervous system becomes activated and engaged to help us survive those experiences. This launches automatic responses such as fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. If we move through these events and have the resources and supports needed to process, digest, and heal through them, there may be little lasting impact. However, oftentimes, those resources and supports are not available when the circumstances arise. This is especially true during childhood because we are dependent on our parents and caregivers to help us navigate and understand those experiences. And as a result, the nervous system adapts. The brain and the nervous system begin to reorganize around those experiences, creating adaptive survival strategies that help us navigate the circumstances and the impact of those events. Over time, these adaptations can become fixed patterns of behavior. They serve us well in the situations that they were originally developed for, helping us to survive difficult environments. However, later in life, those same responses can become chronic stress patterns in the nervous system that we apply in circumstances when they are no longer valid or helpful. These patterns can create challenges in many areas of our life, including how we engage in relationships, how we treat ourselves, how we show up in work and in our responsibilities, and how we respond to stress. So now let's look at the chakras. The chakra system provides a powerful foundation for understanding how these experiences influence our behaviors and our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Each chakra oversees specific areas of consciousness and influences physical health, emotional development, psychological patterns, and behavior patterns. For example, the root chakra oversees aspects of safety, survival, and security. The solar plexus chakra relates to our sense of self and our personal power. The throat chakra is associated with how we express ourselves in the world and how we communicate. The chakras process and digest our life experiences. So when we experience traumatic events or ongoing stressful circumstances, the related chakras are impacted. Over time, If those influences remain unresolved, the impact can show up in behavioral patterns, our emotional and mental well-being, our relationship with ourselves and others, and in our physical health. Exploring the chakra system through a trauma-informed lens helps us understand how these patterns continue to influence our lives. So in this channel, we explore the chakra system and trauma in a practical and grounded way. You will learn how each of the chakras functions, how trauma and varying life experiences influence the development and health and well-being of these centers, signs of imbalance and imbalance within the chakras, as well as practices to support healing and personal growth. The goal is to help you better understand your own patterns and develop tools that support meaningful change. So in the next videos, we'll be exploring each of the chakras individually. We'll start with the root chakra, which forms the foundation of the energy system. It governs our sense of safety, our sense of safety, survival, and stability in the world. Understanding this center provides a powerful foundation for deeper healing work. If you're interested in learning more about the relationship between trauma and the chakra system, please subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with the upcoming videos in the series. And be sure to post any questions and comments, and I will be happy to respond. Thank you so much for being here.